Good evening, guys. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
The last class we are discussing about the similarity of the items, right? Plane figures. Let's see, the first chapter exercise is completely based on the similarity of the plane figures. We just go through the similarity of the plane figures. After that, we will start. I think we gave a kickstart for basic proportionality theorem. Am I right, guys?
Yes,
We done first exercise also. And we try to start basic proportionality theorem. Anyone can explain what is the statement of the basic proportionality theorem, guys? What we discussed in that class? Anyone? Please. Students, please. Statement of the basic proportionality theorem. What we understood from there? There is a triangle. If we consider any one base as a reference, if I am drawing a line in such a way which is intersecting the remaining two sides of the triangle and parallel to the, suppose if I am taking a line, like you can draw anywhere, and this line is, suppose if the PQ is a line which is parallel to BC, then PQ will divide the AB and AC in the same ratio. This is only the basic proportionality theorem statement. It is anywhere. Basic proportionality theorem means even if I am taking here also, even if I'm taking here also, even if I'm taking here also, anywhere on the triangle, irrespective of the position from vertex to the base BC, from A to BC, if you draw any line which divides this line, which divides the remaining two sides of the line exactly into the same ratio. So any theorem statement is a standard statement where we can use for some other places as the standard formula. So first we are going to write the statement of the basic proportionality theorem. The first theorem. Basic proportionality theorem. So for this you have to understand area of triangle. This is little important. Half into base into height. This formula you have to keep it in mind to understand, to prove this. The statement is if a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, parallel to one side of a triangle, to intersect the other two sides, in distinct points, different points is saying. So from the statement we can grab the given data. Some clue will be there to start the proof of the theorem. Distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. See, whenever you saw a numerical, first what you will look, what is the given data, what I have to find out. Same here also, whenever they are giving, first you have to identify what is given data. If a line drawn, you have to draw a line. This is the given data here. You are drawing a line in such a way parallel to any one side. That means PQ is parallel to BC, or you can draw a line here like this, which is parallel to AB, or you can draw a line like this, which is parallel to AC. Any one set you are taking here. This is given data. The pink color where I am highlighting, that is a given data. What I have to prove here? I have to prove with this given data, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. This is the proof. I have to prove this one. Like this is like an input. This is like I have to calculate. So this I have to prove. So first I'm going to write what is given. Guys, is it clear what I'm trying to say? How to approach any kind of thing?
Yes, sir.
So what is the given data here? From the triangle, we are having ABC is a triangle, just a triangle ABC, and DE is parallel to, sorry, I'm taking this is DE instead of PQ. DE is parallel to BC. This is the given data. DE is parallel to BC, and the line D is the point of intersection. Sorry, D is a BC is sorry guys, just D is parallel to the side BC, and D is intersecting. D is intersecting BC at D and E. So D and E are the intersection points where the line is AB is dividing at D as AD and DB, and E is dividing at AE and EC. This is given. So what I have to prove? What I have to prove? For proving, you have to write a statement. Convert this English statement into a mathematical statement. So what is asking? They will divide into the same ratio. This is very much important. Always you have to identify the given statement into a mathematical statement. So you have to prove this is a triangle given ABC, and this is a line parallel to BC DE. If this point is D, this point is E. AB is dividing into two parts, AD and DB. AE is dividing into two parts, AE and EC. So if I am feeling it is exactly at the middle point, I am taking this is like here. It is not at the midpoint here. So I have to prove AD by BD is equals AE by EC. That means that E is dividing into two parts. AD is one part and DB is one part. The ratio of these two pieces will be equal to exactly the ratio of these two pieces. That is the reason it is dividing into same ratio, that is same proportion. This is what I have to prove here. So certain proofs we require some constructions. That means we are dividing in the diagram into different multiple diagrams to understand. So I'm going to write the proof in next page. How to approach the proof? This is a little important. So draw the triangle. So here I want to bring the relation between the sides A, B, C, D, E, and these two are parallel. When I am saying two lines are parallel and it is intersecting by a transversal line, automatically these angles are equal. What are these angles, guys? Alternate angles. Am I right? And I want to bring the relation between AD and BD and AE and EC. Only the possible way is using the similar concurrent triangles concept, or I have to split this diagram into two different triangles. One is triangle ADE, another one is triangle ABC. Guys, clear? Are you following what I'm saying? This no need to draw. You can, whatever thing I'm saying, for understanding purpose I'm doing. So I'm taking some construction. What construction I'm taking here? I'm drawing a perpendicular. Suppose I'm taking a line here like this. This is N. And I'm taking another one. This is perpendicular. I'm taking altitudes to any two sides of the triangle ADE. So what is the constructions? Draw DM perpendicular to AE, EN perpendicular to AD. Then automatically DM and EN are the heights of the triangle ADE with respect to their bases. When if AD is the base, EN is the height. When AE is the base, DM is the height. Heights of the triangle to the respective bases. Now I'm taking one more construction. Just I'm joining DC and BE. I'm joining DC and BE. So second construction is join DC and BE. Now it is ready to prove certain things. First one. Find the area of triangle ADE. What is the area of the triangle ADE from these constructions, guys? Anyone? How many ways you can take the area of the triangle ADE? This is the ADE triangle. ADE, and this is the height of the triangle ADE. This is perpendicular, a line perpendicular and passing through its opposite vertex, that will become an height. So with respect to base AD, EN is the height. This will become half into the base is AD and height is EN. So the reason is what here? The reason is formula, area of the triangle formula. The second one is same way, anyone can calculate area of the triangle BDE, area of the triangle BDE. BDE triangle is like this. It's an acute angle triangle. This is BDE triangle. This is B, this is D, this is E. So if I'm extending this line, this is the height. Here also DE. EN is the height of the triangle. Here also EN is the height of the triangle. So here the base is how much? The base is BD or DB into EN. The area of the triangle BD is half into DB into EN. Guys, the reason is half into base into height. The formula you are using, area of the formula. Area of the triangle formula.
Sir, here how is EN the height?
Yeah, suppose if a triangle like this, how you can take the height of the triangle in this case? Suppose if I'm taking the triangle PQR, with respect to base PQ, what is the height of the triangle, guys? What is the meaning of triangle height? See, PQ, what is the opposite vertex to PQ? R, correct? Guys,
Yes, sir.
respond. So the definition of the height is drop a perpendicular to the opposite side. If opposite side is not intersecting because of acute angle triangle, so extend this line. So this is the height of the triangle. This is the definition of the height of the triangle. Height of the triangle means what? You draw a line here. What is the height of the triangle definition, guys? Standard or anything? Suppose if I am taking a triangle, what is the meaning of height of a triangle? Suppose if I am taking this is A, B, C. The meaning of height of a triangle is draw a line along the BC and draw a line parallel to BC at A. The distance between these two is height of the triangle. Instead of that, you drop a perpendicular at A, that will use the height of the triangle. But always perpendicular need not to be intersected. Suppose if I am taking the right angle triangle ABC, this is already vertical. So AB itself, one side itself is the height of the triangle. Suppose if I am taking a triangle like this. Here, if I am taking the vertical will never meet the opposite side here. So according to the basic definition of the height, if I am taking the two parallel lines at the vertex and at the base, what are the distance? This is nothing but if you drop a perpendicular from the vertex to the opposite side, what is the length of the vertex to the opposite side? What is the length of the line from the vertex to the opposite side is known as height of the triangle. So if I am going back to the previous figure, how I can say this is height of the triangle? Guys, you understand? This is my triangle. I will draw with the. This is the red color is angle AD, triangle ADE. This is ADE triangle. So I am extending this one like this, and I am taking the perpendicular here because it is perpendicular. My construction is I am taking what a line which is perpendicular to AD. That means ADB are on same line. If EN is perpendicular to AD and it is perpendicular to BD also. That's the reason EN is height for the triangle BDE also. Is it clear how it is height for the triangle BDE, man?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Now, third point. The third point is I'm taking the ratio of these two triangles. I'm taking the ratio of the two triangles. Area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle BDE is equal half into AD into EN divided by half into BD into EN. Am I right, guys? From point 1 and 2. So what is the things are cancelling here? Half cancel, EN cancel. I'm getting the ratio AD by BD can be written as DB also. This is the third point. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Understood? I'm taking.
Yes, sir.
Is it? Yeah. Now I'm taking the same triangle. The fourth point, I'm taking the same triangle. One triangle, how many ways you can calculate the area? I can calculate the area in 3 ways. One AB as the base, one BC as the base, and AC as the base. 3 different bases I can use. If I'm taking AB as the base, suppose this is directly I'm taking the same triangle, then it will be easy to connect here. ADE, EN is, if I'm taking AD is the base, EN is the height. If I'm taking AE is the base, your DM is the height. If I'm considering AE is the base and I'm calculating again area of triangle ADE with base AE. If I'm considering base is AE, my area of the triangle is half into my base is AE into and the height is DM. So the reason is area of triangle formula, half into base into area of triangle formula. Fifth one. Again, I am calculating the area of CED. Area of CED. CED triangle. What is the area of CED triangle? How the CED triangle is looking like? CED. CED. This is DE and C is here. This is CED triangle. This is the height of the CED triangle, because this is an acute angle triangle. This is the height of the triangle. Yeah. So here I am getting half into the base is CE and height is DM. So here also area of the triangle formula I am using to write this statement. Is it clear, guys? How I got the fifth point?
Yes, sir.
Sixth point, I am taking the ratio of 5 and 6. What I will get if I am taking the ratio of 5 and 6? Area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle CED. That will be equal to what? What I am getting? Half AE into DM divided by half CE into DM. DM cancel, half of cancel. This can be written as AE by AC from the point number 5 and 6. Now I have to connect point number 4 and 6. No, not now. Point number 3 and 6 I have to connect. If I am able to prove point number 3 and 6, then my theorem is over. If I am able to prove point numbers 3 and 6, I can able to prove this one. Yeah. Now, on what basis I can say? I am trying the same triangle again. No need to draw this many of times. Here I am explaining for understanding purpose. A, B, C, D, E. And this is the height from to here. This is the height from here, N and M. I am joining these two lines, these two lines. How I can say area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CDE. Guys, what is the reason here? How I can say? What is the reason? What is the reason? How we can say? He's saying this is DE. DE is, and in this area B and C. These two triangles area is same. Anyone can give the reason? On what basis these two triangles are equal? Will you remember in grade 8 or 7? Two triangles having the common base and same height. So this is the height of the triangles. If I am taking this triangle with respect to this base, this is the height of the triangle. BC is parallel to DE. For these two triangles, if DE is common base, so the reason I can say write like this: triangle BED and triangle CED having the common base DE, having the common base DE, and between the same parallel lines, because even these two triangles are lying between the two lines DE and BC and between the same parallel lines, and between the two parallel lines, both the triangles are between the same parallel lines, between the same parallel lines. That means we know from the given data DE is parallel to BC. BDE is also between DE and BC. CDE also between DE and BC, and both having one common side. Common side is DE. one side as the one parallel side is the common side. Automatically both the triangles. If any two triangles are between two parallel lines, having that drawed between two same parallel lines. Suppose if I'm having two parallel lines like this, if I'm taking a triangle like this, these two sorry. If I'm taking two triangles like this, irrespective of the whether one is equilateral and whether one is equitangle triangle, we are having a proof. It is having common base and same height. Common base, same height means half into base into height is same for both the triangles. That's the reason these two triangles area is same. Will you agree with me? This is a crucial point. The seventh point is a little bit more important. That's the reason this much of explanation I wrote for the seventh point. Is it clear, guys? Why it is areas are equal? Anyone having any doubt? Now, final conclusion point. Remember the third point, sixth point, and seventh point. Seventh point is above. Third point is what? What is the third point? AD by DB. Area of triangle ADE by area of triangle VDE. And sixth point is what? AE by EC. See here. AE by EC. Sixth point is AE by EC is equal to AE by EC is equal to area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle CDE. And we proved CDE area, BDE area is same. From this I can write AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, which is the required proof. And this statement is known as basic proportionality theorem. Got it? Understood, guys? Anyone wants one more time to discuss?
So we understood.
See, no need to explain this much. You can write as a statement. Only the thing is, I'm splitting the triangle. This is single triangle with two bases. AD as the base, find the area. AE as the base, find the area. These are the two different triangles with the common height. This is a common height for both the triangles. This is also common height for both the triangles. This is the height for this triangle also. So using the areas concept, we can able to discuss this one. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Now, application of this theorem, like corollary of this theorem. That means, what is a corollary? It's not exactly like a theorem. From the above theorem, I can able to derive one more statement from this. If a line DE is drawn parallel to the side BC of a triangle ABC to the side BC of a triangle ABC which intersects AB at D and AC at E. Then prove that first one is AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. The second one is DB by AB is equal to EC by AC. EC by AC. So we are taking the basic proportionality theorem as a reference. We are going to prove these things. Same. If DE is a line parallel to BC, which is the part of triangle ABC, and he is asking AD by AB is equal to AE by EC. That means the total length of the one side is equal to any one side, any one part of the splitting. So here you have to remember one thing. AB can be written as AD plus BD. Everyone will agree with me. And AE is the sum of AE and EC, correct? Because E is a point on the AC in between A and C, and D is a point in between A and B. So instead of writing DB, I am writing AD plus DB, AE plus EC. These two statements, will you agree with me? This is a general logic, correct?
Sir, can you repeat once more?
AB can be written as AD plus DB. Suppose this is a line. AB is a line. If it is splitting at C, I can write total length of AB is equal to sum of AC plus CB only now. Not clear?
Sir, understood, sir.
Yeah. So I am applying this general logic here because D is a point which is dividing the line into two parts. So the sum of the two parts is total length, correct? Now, applying the basic proportionality theorem. What is this? If I am applying the basic proportionality theorem, what I will get here? If I am applying the basic proportionality theorem, what I will get? First one I am proving. Yes, DE is parallel to BC by basic proportionality theorem. What statement I can write, guys, from the previous theorem? Basic proportionality theorem. What I can write? I can write AD by DB is equal to AE by
Students, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope class was going on well till now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. So just now I got information from sir. Again, there is a network issue. I hope there is some electrical accident that has taken place at this place. Okay, due to which there is some network issue again. So the thing is, sir told he will take extra on Monday. Like you already have a regular class, right? He will take for an extended class on Monday itself and compensate this. Okay. So as of now, you guys can log off. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. There's an unexpected error that has occurred. Okay. I'll talk. We'll see that this is resolved. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you guys
Yes.
can log
Thank
off.
you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.